Alright, what's up guys? So today is going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm actually going to show you guys how to wash your car if, let's say, you live like in an apartment complex like I do, or if you don't have access to like a hose, or if you don't have a garage. So what we're going to be using today is something that I found online called Optimum No Rinse. This is the small bottle. You can get this off of Amazon for like 10 bucks. So what this essentially does is it takes basically it uses the same idea as using like a foam gun and car wash soap, bonds to like dirt and debris and lubricates it so it essentially just falls off the car. Now, since we don't have a way to essentially cover the entire car with foam and just let it sit there and run off, we're going to be using this instead. Now, the thing about it though is that the instructions on the bottle tell you to basically use this with some water, and then with a microfiber towel, run it across like your car with very little pressure, and the dirt should fall right off. That to me doesn't sound that great, just due to the fact that you're running your towel over the dry surface of the car with the dirt already on it. The dirt's not lubricated yet, and while I get the supposedly the chemical reaction is fast enough where that it bonds to the dirt and lubricates it immediately, that just doesn't sit right with me. So what we're going to be doing instead, a bottle of water, and I've mixed in a few drops of the Optimum No Rinse. So what this is going to do is we're going to basically spray down like a pre-rinse before the car, on the car, before we actually go ahead and do any sort of massive like car wash scrubbing or anything like that. So we're not going to scrub the car at all, but we're going to basically wet the car, let the chemicals bond and settle in before we do anything else. That should hopefully loosen up a lot of the dirt and debris before we actually take our hand to it. That should reduce the amount of scratches and swirls that we might see. Again, this is not good if your car is like filthy, like if there's like literally like caked on dirt or mud. This is not going to work. This is really more for like that touch up in between. This is really good for that. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 buckets with roughly about 2 gallons of water each. You're also going to need, I prefer one of these car wash mitts. The reason I like these a lot more than what they recommend, just a microfiber towel, it carries more water, and I'll show you guys why in a little bit. And also it's just as soft as a microfiber towel, and you can generally like cover a little bit more area. And then also you're obviously going to need some drying towels. What Optimum No Rinse recommends is about 1 ounce per 2 gallons of water. So we want to put in roughly about a tablespoon per 2 gallons of water. I don't have anything to measure with, so we might go a little bit over. Yeah, that's about a tablespoon. And so what this is going to be our main wash bucket. This is basically going to be the one that essentially we keep going back to. Well, the reason why we have a second one is this is our rinse bucket. This is the one that we're going to basically use to rinse off the mitt after every pass, to basically wash off any dirt and debris so that we don't scratch the car. Now, the reason I'm going to add Optimum No Rinse into there is just due to the fact that I don't want to dilute the solution, and we're going to spray down the car. Now, just like with any car wash, you want to do it top down. So we're going to start with the roof of the car, and then we're going to move to the hood. Now, the idea behind this is that we want to lubricate it, make sure all the dust and debris just kind of get coated in that no rinse coating, so that just kind of slides off the car very easily. So the front's really dirty. I don't know if you can see, but essentially what's already happening is that the chemical is already bonding to the dirt, and I can actually already see it start to run off. So I don't know if you can tell here, but this was really dusty a second ago. But now that we've kind of coated it in some of that no rinse, you can see some of that is already kind of running off. So now that we've sprayed down the car, what we want to do is we're going to start with the top. So we're going to start with our no rinse solution here. Mix it in a little bit. Now, we don't want to wring it out. You want to keep it wet. Put it on the car, and we're not going to use any pressure. We're just going to use the weight of the rag or mitt and go back and forth. Do half at a time. Bring that over to our rinse bucket, and remember to have grit guards, and rub it against the grit guard, because what that's going to do is that's going to put that up in here. What that's going to do is it's going to rinse off and scrape off any dirt that was caught. And so you can actually kind of see there's a little bit, which is pretty impressive. Like, the roof actually looked relatively clean. Bring it into the main bucket. Go down. And you want to follow the lines of the car. Supposedly this also is supposed to give it like a really good shine. Alright, so there is a lot of dirt there. Let's rinse this off. So what we're going to do after this is we actually want to dry it. Don't want to let it sit on the car. So we're going to dry top first. So there was quite a bit of dirt on this car. And to be honest, most of it's actually surprisingly already run off. Then that is it with the Optimum No Rinse. Which honestly, that's really shiny. That's really impressive for basically a no rinse car wash. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of the car, and then I'm going to show you guys what the car looks like. Alright guys, I've finished the wash of the car, and to be honest, I'm pretty impressed. The no rinse definitely gave the car a nice shine to it, and definitely looks like I just washed it normally. It didn't take too long, maybe about an hour or so, but let me show you guys what it looks like. So it's actually really nice and shiny. You can use this on your windows too. That's why everything's very mirror-like. I did the entire car. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, if you guys, again, live in an apartment complex like me and don't have access to a hose, this is definitely going to be the best way to wash your car. And hopefully you guys appreciate the small tip. I'll see you guys next time.